Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Nick Basker. I've arrived to Ontario, California today to check out a brand new collectible warehouse right behind me called Toyland. You can see the banner there. It is fairly new, and I was told there is some major Halloween and horror collectibles right inside that we may like. So we're gonna go inside, check it all out. Now their hours are Wednesday through Sunday from 2 to 10. We are gonna head inside, show you all the vendors, and see what spooky stuff we can find. Let's go ahead and get started. Let the tale begin. And here we are, Toyland Marketplace. They still got the new banner. They haven't put their permanent one in yet. And you can see right off of the 60 freeway, right off the highway right there. And I believe it does take up the old painting shop right there and this side of the building too. But yeah, excited to check it out. You can follow them on Instagram. There's their QR code. Toyland Marketplace, where families play and collectors hunt. Hours Wednesday through Friday, 2 to 10. Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 10. So pretty good hours. Whoa, this smells good. All right, as soon as you walk in, tons of vendors. Now look at this. We've seen this vendor before, Night Forge. I've seen him at some marketplaces. Hello. Look at this, Jason. So yeah, I believe I've seen them at Monster Palooza. They have lots of jewelry. So most likely a lot of the vendors that you see at markets you'll find here at a permanent spot, which is cool because sometimes I want to get some stuff, but these vendors are only on markets, and now you have a spot where they're here permanently. Oh wow, look at this, Super Nintendo. Hello, good, how are you? Look at these games. Home Alone, Monopoly. Oh yeah, quite a selection. The old NES system games, Nintendo 64 games, some PlayStation games. Look at that Mortal Kombat 3. The GameCube, oh yeah, quite a bit of stuff. They also have these in the display case. Look at this Super Mario Land right there. That one's a good one. Street Fighter. Got the yellow Game Boy Color. Oh, I remember that Game Boy. That was like the last one I had. It's pretty cool. And also some VHS tapes. Take a look at that. You got Batman Forever, Liar Liar, Poison Ivy, all the Pokemon movies. I did have most of these. So pretty nostalgia. Clever Girl. And that's the booth name. Super Nintendo Entertainment Systems. Pretty cool. And the booth right next door also has some pretty neat collectibles. Look at the Chucky there. Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster I should say. Gremlins. Yeah, quite a few stuff. A little bit of everything. I like the little VHS corner right here. Here you got Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. 25 bucks for this one. Another place for me to find some VHS tapes. True Lies, Kickboxer, Halloween 2, Dracula, 1972 Dracula, Godzilla. Yeah, pretty good selection. Ooh, wow, he has more over here too. You have the classic It, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and the clamshell. 20 bucks for that one. Been needing this one, so I might end up getting this one. Pretty good shape. Got the clamshell with Pee-wee in the front. Oh yeah, I like this Toxic Avenger barrel. That is cool. Also got some more characters over here. Yeah, the more you look, the more you're gonna find. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. This one's 40. We got a Gremlins 2 figurine. Look at these old ones, wow. Beetlejuice isn't that old, but these two are pretty old. More horror-themed figurines. You got a Bloodbath Terrifier, Art the Clown, and then a few more over here. Oh, look at that TV. That's a small DVD TV. I like it. And not only does he have that, he also has the Nintendo hooked up, along with a Another small portable TV. Yeah, I love to see all this stuff. Also, I'm always looking at the stuff that's not for sale because it's more collectible. So I have a lot of those myself, things that I won't sell, things that are collectible. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in the display case. Look at that, Back to the Future with the original price tag. Looks like it's sealed. Immortal Kombat, some DuckTales, The Fog. And it's all available here at the Freak Show Trading Co. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Dang, look at this. Wow, look at that Panasonic. Zenith. That is neat. Alright, as you can see, pretty decent size little warehouse. Got a lot of vendors here. I've only went through a few. A lot of Game Boy stuff, a lot of retro stuff. Oh, look at this, more games and collectibles. We got some dinosaur figurines, Xbox games. Mario? Wow. And then more Nintendo stuff. Alright, got the Game Boy Color accessories and the systems. The DS, the PSP, you got the games too. I like to get the movies. The last one I got, I believe, was Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, there's the PSPs right there. And they got the Nintendo 64 down here. Nintendo DS. Yeah, all your gaming stuff. Pretty cool. And if you want to follow them on Instagram, it's Retro Chauvin. There's the QR code right there. Buy, sell, and trade. I like the Mandalorians and Spider-Man. Nice. And check these out. They have an inflatable Freddy from FNAF. They also have a inflatable Ghostface with a pumpkin. It's pretty cool. And then hiding right here, an Annabelle and a Billy. Dang, riding these horses. Those are pretty cool. I like the Billy too. It's an actual legit licensed Billy from Trick or Treat Studios. He's got bangs. Pretty neat. Also some other characters as well. But if you move over here, you're gonna see all the masks they have. Look at this. Quite a bit of masks. You got a latex Laughing Jack. You got some Ghostface masks. You got the patriotic Ghostface, Chrome Face, Zombie Ghostface. Yeah, a lot of Ghostface masks. Also, a few Michaels at 70 bucks. Also, they have a Chucky there, a few Bride characters, and then Gremlins, and a lot of Loungeflies. Yeah, pretty neat that this spot opened up. A lot more collectibles to check out. Look at this, $4.50 with this Gremlin. I really like this one. This one's an oldie. Oh man, I would love to have this. And over here on this table, they have some Star Wars collectibles. You got an old Darth Vader, kind of like a Hot Wheel container, I think. I can't really tell. It's 55 bucks. I think it holds all the figurines. You got some Big Figs. Oh, look at this. They have the Walking Dead Trick or Treat Studios bat. This one's cool. This one's 40 bucks. Yeah, definitely a lot more horror stuff than I expected. A lot of the collectible booths, like at Frankenstein's, they don't typically put out their horror stuff till Halloween, but this one has quite a bit so far for what I've seen. And I've only been through a few booths. Look, you got the Ghostbusters Terror Dog wall breaker. Also comes with a remote. You got the Ghostbusters Stay Puffed Marshmallow. You got the roasted version, and then you have the fresh version. This one's Trick or Treat Studios as well, I believe too. Yeah, this one's $100. And then you got the Slimer. I think this one lights up. The Slimer wall breaker. It's a 3-piece light up prop set, and it stands 29.5 inches tall. And check these out, the Jurassic World Indoraptors, the Legacy Museum Collection. These are 2,500 bucks each. Yeah, these are some serious collectibles. Kind of like a sideshow prop. This one looks like a bit taller than the other one.
One's a base and one's a...
Oh, what? Oh, so they're both the same. Oh, wow, okay. So this is probably the base, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way it goes.
So that's the base, and this is the dinosaur.
Shit on this side.
Is it made by Sideshow, or is it?
It's Premiere One Studio.
Oh, Premier One Studios. Okay.
Prime One Studio.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. So that's the base. That's the first box, and this is the dinosaur. This is what he looks like on this box. Wow. And it lights up too. LED lights. Wow, that is cool. That's something you can't even get at a theme park. Or if you do, it's in a glass case. Yeah, 2-box set, $2,500. I thought it was 2 different ones, but no, that's all one set. Yeah, this booth has some really good stuff. Look at this. This is Friday the 13th, the final chapter figurine. $300 for this one. Then you got the other bats, kind of similar to the one we just saw, The Walking Dead, but these are just generic, made by Fun World. Same people who make the Scream Ghostface masks. You got the blinged out cleaver, meat cleaver. I'll look at the back right now, but wow, there's a lot to see. You got this Chucky from the Bride of Chucky. That one's $250. I love these Halloween prop knives. This one's $30. The carved knife from Halloween. Also by Trick or Treat Studios. $30 for this one. These are pretty good to take at conventions if you're cosplaying, because they look real, but obviously they're not. Wow, look at this Spawn figurine. Spawn was like my favorite comic book growing up. And then the movie came out and I really got into the figurines. We got the Bride of Frankenstein. Got these little mini monster figurines. This is like an old school monster, Ben Cooper. And then you got Pennywise. And then Jungle Hunter. Yeah, these are made by NECA. Then you have Chucky, $400. That's what that one looks like. It's 3 feet, or 3.5 feet tall. And then you have the 3.5 feet Tiffany. And then an old school Godzilla. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good place to shop for people who like spooky merchandise. Wow, look at this ghost face. $400 for this. This guy is old. He's got to be from like the early 2000s. Yeah, as seen in the motion picture Scream. Wow, look at the face. The story of Ghostface. This face was originally designed in 1991, part of a mask assortment for Halloween manufacturer Fun World. The design was originally referred to as Peanut-Eyed Ghost, which later became known as Ghostface Mask. That is so cool. Then you got this old school Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, $200. You got this one as well. Man, this is a lot of stuff you find on eBay, but you don't really see this stuff in person too often. Look at this, $500 for this Chucky. You got the Terrifier Trick or Treat Studios mask. Art the Clown. Well, Terrifier 2. Wow, look at this Crypt Keeper. That is neat. Talking Crypt Keeper with this ghoulish laughter. $125. Excuse me for keep saying wow. I'm just like, these collectibles just always get me. This one talks. I don't think he still works. Maybe the batteries are off. Oh no, he does. Dude, this one's $1,000. Let's see. That is cool. And then you got the Seed of Chucky. And then you got Glenn, the actual scale size replica from Seed of Chucky, $1,000. Yeah, this is definitely a booth that I'm gonna frequent. If I'm looking for something specific, like a collectible, they might have it here. They got a few more dolls back there. Look at that Annabelle. $750. You got another Gremlin. Look at the Killer Clowns from Outer Space mask. I think that's Clownzilla. And then Chucky. And then a Pennywise, that's $1,000 in the box. Little Billy there. 2 Billies. And then the Slimer we just saw a little while ago. And then a Shorty animatronic, I believe, from Spirit of Halloween. And then if you're looking for more Michael masks, they do have them here. Halloween Michael. Different versions. Halloween, Rob Zombie. Halloween 2. You got some Pennywise, Chucky masks. Now I do have this Frankenstein mask right here. That one in the middle. That one's by Trick or Treat Studios. I believe they all are, but I did buy that one. About last year, I believe. Oh look, there's the black phone mask. I think that one's from Walmart. That's the one I bought. I believe it was like maybe 10 bucks. And then I cut it up and I redid it. And that's now my black phone, or the grabber mask cosplay. So I had to do a lot of modifications to make it look decent because it's really thin. But yeah, that's from Walmart last year. And I had a hard time finding it because it was sold out. Went to a few Walmarts and I got lucky. Found 2, bought them both. You got the Carly Beth mask, the Laughing Jack, the Scarecrow. Yeah, a few of these from Spirit Halloween. I know that one's from Spirit Halloween. I have that one. We got a few Jasons, Billy mask, Pretty Lady mask, Eddie Iron Maiden. Yeah, pretty decent selection. And then you also got some costumes at the bottom too. And this is just one booth. And if you want to follow this booth on Instagram, they do have an Instagram. It's called Dark Helmet Collectibles. They buy, sell vintage collectibles. And they're here at the Toyland in Ontario. Yeah, definitely going to come back. They have a lot to see. So not only does he have this booth right here, but he also has all this on this side. Look at this Galactus. This Back to the Future DeLorean time machine for $4,000. Dang. You got the Joker made by Rubies. Look at this old Terminator T2 figurine. It's even got the old Toys R Us price tag on it, $19.99. Sometimes I feel like I geek over this too much, but man, pure nostalgia. This Walking Dead Bloody Zombie 3-pack, 50 bucks. You got a C-3PO, that's in the box from Return of the Jedi. Look at the way they spelled it, C-3PO, so that you know how to say it right. And this has all the figurines inside. Look at that, 400 bucks. Here you got Boba Fett's ship from Shadows of the Empire, $150. It even comes with Han Solo and Carbonite as an accessory. That's cool. It says figures sold separately, so it doesn't come with Boba Fett, but look at this. Star Trek. I wasn't a big Star Trek person, but I appreciate the nostalgia of it. I had a lot of friends that love Star Trek. Now, obviously, my channel, I show a lot of horror stuff. Oh, I gotta go on the other side. Now, my channel, I do show majority horror and Halloween, but I do love me some Star Wars. So you'll find me stopping for Star Wars from time to time. Yeah, as you can see, all the collectibles are on this side, and if you're looking for Halloween and horror, it's gonna be on that wall over there. So, still lots to look through. Pure nostalgia. And for those of you that are interested in anime, they do have quite a bit of that here too. I don't know too much about anime. I know about One Piece a little bit, but yeah, I don't really watch it too much. I know that's Dragon Ball Z, but that's about it. Yeah, maybe if it comes to Universal in the future, I'll start to watch it, but as of right now, I have way too many hobbies and way too many things that I already purchased, so don't need to pick up another hobby. I'll look at the Ghost Rider. 50 bucks for him. Also some old X-Men figurines. Man, I wish they sold stuff like this at Disney, but they don't. They have some other style ones, kind of like these, the Legends. But I think these are way better. These are more comic book accurate. These are just kind of like, you know, the figurines you see like at Target and whatnot. But look, here's the good stuff. Creep Show. The Creep. The Creep. Strange, eerie, and terrifying. No price on this one. And you have, ooh, the Welcome to Derry Pennywise, which is full of blood. I actually bought this one. That one's a good one. I knew when I saw it, I had to get it. My friend actually picked it up for me. So thanks to him. Friday the 13th, Part 2. You got a Nightmare on Elm Street, Ghostface Returns, Halloween. Yeah, all these NECA ones are good. So you'll still find some horror amongst the anime, but yeah, I don't mind looking. I don't mind digging. So Toyland is open Wednesday through Sunday, but some of the vendors are closed. As you can see, this one is closed, so maybe Saturday, Sunday is probably the best bet, or if you want to come by during the week, you might find a few vendors closed. So just keep that in mind. Saturday, Sunday is probably the best bet. And take a look at that Squirtle. Yeah, he looks horrifying. There is a vendor at Frankenstein's that sells these kind of items. I don't know if he's here, but I'll definitely look. That's awesome. I love that. All right, making my way through the next aisle. Just seeing what is around, what they have for sale. A few cards, Pokemon, trading card areas, or I should say booths. Yeah, a lot of that here too, so. All right, found a booth here that has some records. Look at this, off the wall Michael Jackson, 25 bucks. Some more, what is this more? Oh, Al Green, I was gonna say Marvin Gaye, but no. Stevie Wonder. So this is all the funk and soul. They have some hip hop. Looks like Kendrick Lamar. A few other ones. CB4. And then some CDs too. I don't see any like rock or punk. Kind of more what I'm looking for. I do like hip hop. The occasional hip hop once in a while. Of course, I do love me some Michael Jackson. But yeah, my daily playlist consists of like punk, Dead Kennedys, The Cramps, stuff like that. Alternative maybe. A little bit of Nirvana, System of a Down. But yeah, cool to know that they sell LPs. All right, finishing up here in the last aisle. Take a look at these figurines here. You got this Pirate Mickey. You got a classic Mickey here. Pluto. Look at this Donald Duck clock. It's pretty cool. Pinocchio. Here at booth number 7. And they got some collectibles here in the display case. Look at that. Got a Sorcerer Mickey. Now it looks like she's currently closed. Mercy's Magical Treasures. Also buy, sell, and trade. Oh yeah, a lot of Disney stuff. Some Haunted Mansion. Looks like some collectibles, Star Wars. Yeah, like I said, not all of them are open today, but you can definitely come back and check it out. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, definitely gonna come back and check it out for myself. And over here in the last aisle, they have this area where you can buy drinks, snacks. Look at this, treats. It's a little snack bar over here, and you can pay at the end. Also, restrooms are also right here too. So yeah, you can walk around, use the restroom, grab a snack, and do some shopping. Yeah, pretty good assortment of snacks over here too. Nice. All right, walking down the middle aisles, you can see this is like the dead center. It's a pretty big place. A lot of vendors, I would say maybe, I don't know, 50 or 60 vendors. A good chunk of them have some horror and Halloween collectibles and a few other stuff, Star Wars, anime, Pokemon. Pretty much anything you can collect, you'll find here. Hot Wheels and whatnot. And that's a wrap on today's video here from the Toyland Marketplace in Ontario, California. If you guys like collectibles, you like to buy, sell, or trade, this is definitely a spot you might want to check out. It's like a mini Frankenstein's. Frankenstein's, which is the city of industry, gets crowded. It's very big. This place was easy to find parking. It was pretty small, wasn't too bombarding or overwhelming. Definitely going to be returning to get some collectibles and do some shopping. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you guys are not subscribed and you like videos such as this one, where I go around finding unique places in SoCal and beyond, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. The tale has been told.